snobs, what's up? I hope you all enjoyed my Wine Down Wednesday featuring my big brother Bruce Miller, aka Corson the Great. And I'm sure we had a ball. Just knowing us, we had a ball. But as promised, I'm here with just the tips this week. And so my wine tip of the week this week is how to taste like a pro. Now, the first thing about wine tasting that you should know about, it's not actually all about the tasting. It's about looking, smelling, and then tasting. Those are your three components that you want to do. Now, your first component that you want to do is looking. Visualize, people. So, the first thing you want to do is you want to look. You want to see the color of the wine. What color is it? Are there any other colors in it? If you tilt your glass, do you see another color? Because sometimes if you tilt your glass, you can see like a rim, and the rim can be a different color than the wine that you are actually drinking. Good tip. Now, also, do you want, is the color vibrant? Vibrant meaning like popping, or is it dull? And we all know what dull is. Everybody knows what dull is. Is it cloudy, meaning can you not see through it? Or is it clear, meaning can you see through it? You can also know the age of a wine just by looking at it. Older wines, older reds, tend to have more of a brownish orange hue, because the older a wine gets, the more a little bit of oxygen gets into it. Even if it's corked, like the cork is in it, a little bit of oxygen gets in it. You don't want too much oxygen because then it becomes cork, like bad cork. But a little bit of oxygen, and the oxygen causes the wine to change color, and thus you will have that brown orange color. I hope I'm not going too fast. Let me slow it down a bit. So with the whites will have more of that golden color as opposed to more lighter pale colors, and that's how you can tell. But just FYI, certain wines can be more orange in color. There are actually orange wines out there, and some wines have a natural golden color, like some Chardonnay, some whites. So be wary of that. You can also tell the body. Not all the time, but most of the time you can tell the body. If it's how I like to tell the body is if I look down in my glass and I can see the bottom of my glass, it's a light body. If I look down and I can't see the bottom of my glass at all, I would say it's a full body, and anything in between is a medium body. You can also tell how much residual sugars in the wine and alcohol. Now these ones vary simply because sometimes you can mistake a lot of alcohol for sugar, but let me give you the gist anyway. Wine evaporates. When you swirl When you swirl your glass, you will notice these long streams or short streams or wide streams, however they look. They're called legs, people. And however the longer they are, the shorter they are, determines how much alcohol or sugar is in a wine. Alcohol and sugar evaporates at a slower rate than anything else, than the wine itself. So as it's going back down into the whole body of the wine, you may see either longer lines or shorter lines. Longer lines tend to mean more alcohol or more sugar is present, but this one is kind of hard to tell. So if you're not a true expert, skip it, but it can tell you with that. The next thing you want to do, people, is you want to smell. Yes. Smell. This part is the most important part of wine because the aromas that we get are going to influence our palate, what we taste. I'm going to let you in on a little secret that I learned. It's more sciencey than winey, but it goes together. The tongue only has 5 taste buds on it. Don't ask me where they're located. I don't know. I'm not a chef. I'm a home cook, but not a chef. So those taste buds are sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and omni. And omni is that savory. So most of what we taste is from flavors that we get in our nose, and our nose tells our brain what we are supposed to be tasting. So thus why smelling is the most important part. And when you smell a wine, you can see, you can learn if it's simple or complex. Are the smells like really, really interesting and you almost don't really know what they are? And are there a bunch of smells at once? Is it powerful? Or is it like, I smell cherries, that's all I smell? And just really simple and complex, not very structured, So that is what you can learn from smelling the wine. And also it prepares you for what you're about to taste. So then you can also have tasting, which is my favorite part, because what's better than tasting wine? You get to consume the alcohol. So tasting is the next thing that you want to do. And what you can learn from tasting is, of course, flavors. What does it taste like? Is it simple or complex? Meaning how long, and with simple and complexity in the tasting part of it, it's basically how long does a flavor last in your mouth? Or is it bold? Do you taste a lot of different things? Or is it short? Does the flavor not last? Like you drink it and then it's gone. No lingering, no nothing. And that's would be more simple. If it's it can also do with acidity. Like does it give you that that puckering feeling, or in your mouth? That can also make something complex. So all of these characteristics make a wine, when you taste it, simple or complex. Please excuse my background. I am outside and I think there's like something going by. So if you hear a little something, please excuse it. But back to wine tasting. So we're gonna break down what makes simple, those kind of characteristics of simple and complex. Astringent. Astringent is basically when when your mouth becomes dry and the water in your mouth gets taken out. A lot of red wines contain tannins, which is an astringent, which literally takes the water molecules out your mouth, leaving you with a dry feeling. Acidity. Acidity is more like when you get that puckering flavor, almost like when you suck on a lemon and you get that puckering flavor. A lot of wines will have that puckering flavor. Whites tend to have that, and you'll get that puckering flavor, and that means that the acidity is high. If you don't get that, that means that it's a low acidity. You can also get what kind of flavors, oaks, berries, fruit, when you're tasting a wine. So these are the things that make up the complex and the simplicity of wine. You can also know the body, especially when you drink it. When you drink a wine, you will know the body, whether it's full, medium, full or medium, unless you don't know how to judge what's full, medium, and light body. If not, I'll give that to you in a later tip. Just let me know in the comments if you want that, and I will bring that to you. Also, alcohol. You can know what kind of alcohol is in a wine. This goes back to simplicity and complex. Alcohol is, you will feel it down the middle of your tongue like a hot sensation, and that'll let you know whether you have high alcohol levels in your wine. And then residual sugar. And residual sugar is basically the sugars from the grape left over once the grape has been fermented. Some wines hold sugar once they've been fermented. So, and you'll know that because you'll get a hot sensation on the tip of your tongue. And if you feel that, that's how you know that your wine is filled with sugar. Also, wine, like I said, if it lasts long, you want to, how does the finish go? Those are the characteristics you want to learn when you're tasting wine. I hope you guys liked my tips. I hope they really help you out. I hope I didn't go too fast. It's just that I'm on my break and I wanted to get these tips to you. And yeah, so I can't wait for you to tell me if you used any of these tips and if they were helpful. Thank you all. I hope these tips helped out, and I'll see you next week. Bye now.